Madam Speaker, all across the country, Americans are asking Congress to get our fiscal house in order. This desire for change and fiscal responsibility can be seen in the 1.1 million votes for House Republican Whip Cantor's You Cut initiatives. Each vote is a vote to cut spending and to cut that spending now. I can think of no clearer message to the Democratic leadership, who, unfortunately to date, have kept their earplugs in and they have refused to listen. Their solution instead has been more borrowing, more spending, and more bailouts. Indeed, that's what they recommended at the recent G8, G20 conference in Toronto, which was totally rejected by the other participating nations. Madam Speaker, this week, week 6 of the U-Cut program, Americans chose my proposal to address the waste associated with federal employee unions. In 2008, the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, reported in a sample of 61 federal agencies that approximately 3 million official time hours, taxpayer time hours, were used in union activities by federal employees for a cost to the taxpayer of $120 million. Currently, some federal employees spend up to 100%. That's right, 100% of their workday paid by taxpayers doing work for their unions. My proposal prevents federal employees from using taxpayer-funded time to participate in union activities and would save $1.2 billion over the next 10 years and 30 million hours of taxpayer time. 1.2 billion and 30 million hours. So, Madam Speaker, every American knows that Congress has a spending problem. Our national debt is simply unsustainable, and tough choices need to be made now to get our debt and our budget deficits under control. I urge you to listen to Americans across the country, to Republicans on this side of the aisle, and to act now. And this proposal is a first step. A worthy second step would be actually passing a budget this year, because as every American family knows, you can't begin to cut spending until you actually come up with a budget. Madam Speaker, the American people are tired of this reckless spending addiction that has resulted in a record national debt and record budget deficits. Like every addict knows, the first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem. I urge my Democratic colleagues to take that step and start addressing the problem by saving taxpayers over $1 billion today. Vote to defeat the previous question so we can amend the rule to include this U-Cut provision of fiscal responsibility submitted by the American people. And I yield back.